It's empty in the valley of your heart. The sun, it rises slowly as you walk away from all the fears and all the faults you've left behind. The harvest left no food for you to eat. You cannibal, you meat eater, you see. But I have seen the same.
When I was a kid at my lake house, I used to go fishing on my lake, and it was just a peaceful time looking at nature and everything.
My favorite childhood memory was spending every fall and spring hunting with my dad.
So one of my best childhood memories outside, I actually grew up in Lansing, New York, which is a rural area in upstate New York. And we had a recreational farm, so I had llamas and horses, and we also had 12 acres of land. So if you went down a path behind my house, there's this creek that I'd always plan and find crayfish, and it was so fun. I'd always go on crayfish hunts and try to find them, and then slide them back under rocks.
My family took a trip to Alaska, and I think going somewhere that is so different than where I grew up in Georgia really opened my eyes to how powerful nature is, and how we need to really respect what is there instead of taking advantage of it.
All right, I think my favorite childhood memory involving nature, my family used to spend a lot of time in northwestern Ontario in Canada, and we would go to a cabin, and there was this little cliff kind of below the cabin, and I was like 5 or 6 years old. I would walk along the cliff, and I felt like I was like on a big expedition, and I would scale the cliff. It was probably like 3 feet off the ground. But I remember being really proud of myself when I could like climb around on that cliff.
Less fossil fuels used.
From now, I would like to see hydropowered vehicles.
I think that our generation is really going to change things to make sure that things are fair, just, and equitable for everyone in our society.
My ideal would be to have more sustainable communities in the sense of life just being more localized, eating seasonally, trying to walk or bike when possible, and creating jobs that can be supported locally.
Society, individuals, families, communities, our government, making decisions based on multiple values that include environmental sustainability. So making decisions based on what makes us happy and what's right for the environment, not only based on kind of bottom line economics and this idea of effective